Hello, everyone.
I'm Scary.
And I'm Dustin. This is Stud or Scrub. Who's who? You decide. Thank you for joining us for this, our 185th installment where Scary and I share all our practice tournaments, meta thoughts, and lists as we discuss the world of competitive 40K. This is going to be our new home for the most part. This is every other week. After the Meta Chaser show, Scary and I will get together and do this show live recording on a Thursday night. If you want to join us live, we have the questions at the end because we've been starting to get the viewers showing up. So if you don't,
That's right.
If you don't want to wait and you want to just show up live and listen to us and ask your questions, by all means. We're going to keep going anyway, regardless, right now. So that's just
one episode at a time. And
well, I definitely can't do two at a time. Although I tried.
No,
I just did another episode.
Oh man.
So much content. There's so much content out there.
Yeah. there is a lot happening, but we're having a lot of fun with it. So I'm looking
Wouldn't
forward
do it
to
otherwise.
chatting. That's right. We wouldn't be doing it if we didn't enjoy it.
That's right.
That's just how it is.
So let's talk about what you just did, the big finisher to the ITC season, the WCW. How'd you have fun?
That is right. It was the finale of my ITC season.
It was.
It was me going to events, getting stuff done, and making sure that I tried to do my best when it came to
I think you did your best.
Getting the end of the season. Like honestly, it was such a great time. I had a blast. I had a really fun time, and at the end of the day, like my goal this whole season, I've been working to try and get myself the goal was to try and get to like first place in the ITC. Going into WCW, I was second place worldwide. Planned everything, got stuff done, go to the event, and end up, maybe falling on my face a little bit, and we're losing my first round. No,
it happens. It happens.
It happens. It was a bit of a heartbreaker there. Like just as I, show up, play a game, like play your first game, and you're out for the count. And then everybody else did better. So at the end of the day, I'm very proud of the run. I thank you to Dan from the Red Dragon who sponsored my ITC run, of course. Have to shout him out because he he believed in the vision that I had. He believed in putting his money where his mouth was and letting me sort of like represent, his brand and the store and whatnot.
I think you represented it well too. You should be proud. So,
well, thank you. I went into it with a very clear thought process, which was to play the game of Warhammer or every game of Warhammer as I would play a game with a friend, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I went to a lot of major events this year.
Understatement.
It was like, I'm not gonna lie, last Saturday was the first Saturday that I have had nothing scheduled in about 11 months.
What did you do with that Saturday, Scary?
I didn't know what to do with myself.
It should be not a damn thing. Like, don't do anything. Just sit on the couch and stare at the wall. Like, don't.
I sat on the couch a lot and just watched television and did nothing. And I was like, this is a very strange feeling. And normally it's
most people feel. This is what us normal plebs that aren't trying to win ITC every year are doing on Saturdays, Ribbon.
Okay, it felt alien. It really did feel weird. Not only do I have like ADD, right? ADHD or ADD, that force like I always feel like I need to be doing something, or I feel like my whole day is being wasted.
Yeah, I get that. I definitely get that.
It's just like it's one of those things where I'm like, if I'm not, even if I have nothing on the schedule, I'll like make myself busy. I'll be like, I need to do laundry, or I need to clean, or I need to organize my hobby room, or
Hmm.
I feel like I want to be doing something. And I know at the end of the day, it is healthy to just do nothing sometimes, you know?
Healthy and
Um,
important to actually focus on sometimes. Just
right. And so, granted, so I had my first thing that I didn't do, but at the WCW, not WTC, but WCW, I played 8 games of Warhammer over 4 days, and it's funny because I have been to tournaments this entire season, and most of the events I went to were very long,
hmm
right? Like 9 round events, 8 to 9 round events. So I had sort of built up a resistance over the course of the year, but it was really funny to see all of these other, like folks going into it and like day three, like halfway through day three, being like, "Yes, only one more day," and then be like, "Wait a second, what day is it today? Oh, it's only Saturday. We still have one more day. Oh no."
It's actually crazy too because that's 2 games in a day. A lot of them are going to be 3 games in at least one of the days. It's like that's kind of. I feel like that's like a spa weekend of Warhammer, man. That's like great.
But it is, but it's not the number of games a day. It's the
The
entire
caliber,
week.
the caliber of games as
Well,
well.
sure, the caliber of games is one thing, but it's a week of games.
Right.
It's 4 days. Like you were stuck in a hotel or whatever, or going out for food or hanging out at the Airbnb for 4 days in a row.
Sounds like
It's
a
not anyway.
vacation.
So that
Come on,
was really fun.
come on.
Hey, yeah, sure, absolutely. I'm just saying that if the number of games doesn't get you, the fact that it's a 4-day marathon will
Yeah,
get
it
you,
is definitely a marathon for sure. You need
right?
to have that
And if you're
endurance,
not correct,
physical
if
and
you're not
mental.
mentally and physically prepared for it, it can be very tough to like just kind of be like okay with it, be like, oh, I'm fine. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna get exhausted, not necessarily for the games. Not only are the games really high quality and really fun, and you're just chatting, but it's loud, of course, in the hall. You get like that sensory overload, and then it's 4 days. I had a blast. I had 8 games against 8 fantastic opponents. I improved from last year. So last year I went 4-4, and I'd like to say I was what was it? My quote that I said was I'm a average amongst champions, which I felt very proud of back then. Um, and then that was the beginning of a crazy season of 40K, right? And little did I know that the Vegas event that I was going to go to would count for the season because we didn't know at the time that it
Yeah.
was going to sort of like double count, right? Um, but at the end of the day, I went 5-3, so I improved my record. However, I didn't improve my record in the group stage.
hmm
So I feel like if I ever go again, whenever I go again to the World Championships, I think that'll be my goal to try and do better in the group stage, specifically to try and get myself out of that group stage in like a higher pod, basically. AKA probably doing a little bit more prep into the army that I have in my pod, or do a little bit more research, or just kind of do stuff like that. All in all, I ended up in 6th place worldwide, which,
Is very impressive.
considering,
Like,
thank you, considering I did pretty much everything with Index Drukari, I will take that as a win.
you should. That was a
Um,
very impressive
it
performance.
was. I'm very proud of that. I think I don't know. We'll see when the next Canadian gets up there. Come on, Canada. You've got your work cut out for you. I know we can do it. We can crush those Americans that get up to the top.
If
And
only we had more people to do it. We're getting
we
there,
do.
though. We have
We
quite a
have
few people
tons.
that are
We have
going.
tons of folks.
Yeah, but
We
we
got all
want
the
more.
youngsters that are full of like energy
Yes.
and naive optimism. It's fantastic. But I'm happy. I went. I did. I think I played. Like Dan and I are gonna still work together in a partnership like dynamic, but we're not gonna do as many events. It's gonna be more local stuff. And the focus for me this year is going to be to focus more on community showcase. So really going to events in various places in the world, but also to basically showcase more like that event specifically, right? So like the community around it and the people from that area. Like Dan and I and a group of folks are planning on going down to the Wet Coast GT in January, which will be really fun. We've got TGS coming up with the Stutter Scrub crew, which is in Toronto, and then there's talk of maybe going to like Scotland or something in Mexico. Oh, it's going to be great fun.
Nice. That all sounds like great things to do. More Warhammer, but it's a little more lax this year. Still doing going to a lot of events, but not as intense. That it's almost like you could just choose, like pick and choose more events instead of going to the ones that are going to give the most ITC points, right? These are like, I want to go here to this event because you've never been to an event in Mexico, right?
I've been to RTTs and
have you?
when I was young. When
you were younger. Okay, so it's been a while.
My first ever RTT was in Mexico.
I mean lately then, so you definitely need to go back there.
And my last one was pre-COVID, I believe. I believe it was pre-COVID. I did go to another little RTT back in the day. But yes, I want to go. They have the Bajío Open was a few months ago. It was in Querétaro, and it was 100 players, which I believe is the largest GT they've ever had in Mexico.
That's incredible.
It was run by Carlos and the guys from El Bunker, and they had like a bunch of the XPZ team from the US come down to it
nice.
And stuff like that as well.
Well, maybe this year you can make it at least 101 because you're going to go.
Well, that's right. So I'm like, you know what? The Mexican team was so freaking cool. First of all, they, for anybody who doesn't know, I was born and raised in Mexico. I am Mexican. And the Mexican team won Best Spirit at the WCW, which was awesome. They were like just a great bunch of guys. Like the second game I lost in the group was to Shabby from Team Mexico with his Raven Guard Space Marines, and they were just having such a blast there. And they made me a Mexico T-shirt, a shirt, and it has Sascari on it. They made me an honorary Mexico shirt, which is awesome. It's got a Jaguar Warrior Intercessor head on the front.
That's amazing.
It's the coolest thing. He's like an intercessor with like a little Jaguar hoodie on. It's fucking fantastic. Anyway, so I definitely want to do that. But not only that, that's singles. We've got a new season coming. We've got more events. And this weekend, we have something really exciting, but I am not going to go. So tell us a little bit about the Beer and Pretzels Open, Dustin.
Oh, the team. We actually haven't been to this team event in quite a while as the Stutter Scrub team. The last time we went, I think we had a team 4 years ago. This was back when it was still 5-man too. I think it was like 4 years ago or so. And the year before that was one of my first team events that I was trying out for Team Canada. So yeah, it was about 6 years ago then. Because before that, the first time we went there, I went there with you, Eric, and Tim as the stud scrubbing team that were trying out for Team Canada at the time. And it was a great event. It was actually a great event. It was a lot of fun. Like it was an event that was made more for fun in terms of just the feel of it, because the name Beer and Pretzel Open, you could tell that's what people are going for. But it got to the point that people, like, there were good teams there. Like Blunt Force wasn't a thing at the time, but the Blunt Force team, like, they were all there, just on different teams. Like, and there's 3 different Team Canada teams trying out for it, so they're both all playing against each other. It was a great time. Went again the next year with the official stud squad that time. And then we just haven't been able to go for the last little while. The timing hasn't matched up because of all the things that life been going on. So we are very excited to finally be going back to it again this year with a revamped stud squad that Scary isn't coming with us on. But I guess he just earned a little bit of a break. I guess. But...
It's funny because Dan, put me on a team for like they're like, oh, let's go Red Dragon to the event, and I was like, I can't. I've been gone from home for like 10 months. I have not seen my child. I have not seen my wife. I have not seen like I literally haven't seen anyone in my family for like a year. I
But
was
you've
like,
seen
I can't.
so many people from Warhammer.
I have a new family now. It's all Warhammer family.
The Warhammer
The
family.
So I was like, I'm sorry, I can't go. So it does mean I wasn't able to go. I can't go, but I'm not going to complain. I've had like I cannot wait. Now the Beer and Pretzels Open, Davis and crew from the Sudbury area run it. Was the first 8-person team in Canada,
It
team event in
was.
Canada. This is the original 8-person team event. And I remember Davis starting to run it, what, 3 years ago? I think was the first one he ran
I think so, yeah.
just after COVID. And I remember sitting down with him, and he was before, like a year before he decided to do it. He's like, I'm nervous about doing this because, it's like a lot of investment. Like it's a lot of money. It's a lot of, um,
Yeah, it's not easy, that's for
um,
sure.
it's not easy, right? And it's like, do you, at the end of the day, it it was worth it because the community just flocked around it. It was like, you know what we need? We absolutely need more team events because they are so fun. So tell me a little bit about your team comp. I'm assuming all the lists have been submitted and everything.
Oh yeah, everything's live.
What
We even
is
know the
your
pairings.
what is your Ooh, I can't wait to go through that. I don't know. So I'm excited to
Oh
hear
yeah,
some
because you're
thoughts
not in
about
our
that.
team chat. That's right. Because we make team
Yeah.
chats for the event specifically. We have a stud team chat, obviously, but when we go to an event, we gotta get rid of all the chatter with all these noobs that aren't going with us. So we have to make
Oh,
separate chats
how dare
to
you?
talk about those comps in there. We don't
Yeah,
want
yeah, yeah.
the shit
Yeah,
talking from
yeah.
those not coming. So
Yeah, yeah, I get it. I
yeah,
get it.
that's right. That's right.
Um,
Eventually, we'll get. Oh, actually, we are on the same team for TGX. Finally,
Finally,
it
it's
has
been
been
too
like
long.
2 years since we've always been on the same team, but we've never played on the same team in an event for like 2 years.
Yeah, that is also very true.
It's been a
It's
while.
been a long time, sir.
It has been a long time.
I specifically blame you, though.
I blame you. Like it's 100% your fault, and a little bit of Dan's fault too. But I love him and I love you, so it's fine. I understand it.
I'll get away with
You
murder.
get away with murder for now. For now.
Yes,
All right,
yes.
so let's talk about
Excellent, excellent.
the stud team comp for this event because we put together a ragtag team of studs for this one. We have Billy, of course, back with his
Ooh,
Grey
good.
Knights. He's
Nice.
doing 5 Dread Knights, I believe. So
Oh,
pretty
so
heavy
like
Dread Knight
Grey Knight
build.
stuff?
Yep,
That's awesome,
yep.
yeah.
And I think he's got a 10-man of the Purifiers as well. We've got Christian on the ever powerful AdMech right now with similar to Siegler's in terms of like how many bats and whatnot there are, but I think he took only 2x3 ballistas and he took one of the a Lancer squad. I don't know what they're actually called, but you know what I mean, the Lancer chickens. Pretty sure that's what the third one is.
Right.
We have Diogo with Raven Guard goodness.
That's such a cool army.
It is. It actually
After
is.
losing against it,
It's a powerful
I can
army.
tell you it's really good.
It's a powerful army. Yeah.
Yeah.
We have Jeff running Votan, but not just any Votan. He's doing the Berserker spam and the Berserker detachment Votan.
Oh, that's
It is.
such a fun one.
It's so much fun. Like and he's gonna have a great time playing that too. It's gonna be. He's gonna have a good time playing it. We have Dicky playing Tau eventually. He spun. He spun a lot, as he tends to do. But he finally landed on.
What was the spin? What was the total spin here? Was
It
it
was Emperor's Children, World Eaters, Admech. Actually, he had landed on Admech, and then Christian was like, "Hey, I want to play Admech," and then he was like, "Shit, all right, I guess I'll do a different one."
That's funny.
But yeah, landed on Tau, and actually is doing the auxiliary detachment with a lot of the what are they called? The big chonky boys. Here, I'm going to open the list so I can actually tell you exactly what they're called according to the Rampagers. That's what it is. So he has the max number of Rampagers. You know what those
Yes,
are?
to be honest, that Rampager list, 18 Rampager Tau is surprisingly good.
It's actually it's scary. They have the advanced charge. They do a lot of damage in
Hmm.
combat.
Hmm.
They only have like a 5-up save, but they have T6 -1 to hit, always in cover, I believe. And it's just they're a pain to get rid of. But they hurt, and they're a big threat. And they're not that expensive for that many. It's only 170 points for the 6 of them, and like they're durable. And like I said, they punch up above their weight too. And they just being near shit, they give extra AP, they give other bonus. Like it's actually a really good detachment. I'm excited to see how that one does too. We also picked up Clarence after joining us for studs again. So we picked him up, and he's been playing some CSM, but kind of an armor skew. So he's got 2 Hell Brutes. I think he's got 2 Forge Fiends. Here we go. I got the list. He's got a Mauler Fiend, 10 Warp Talons, 2 Hell Brutes, 2 Vindicators, 2 Predators, 3 Predators, 2 Destructor Predators, 1 Annihilator Predator, some Bikers, 1 Brick of Big Cursed Cultists, and then 4x10 Cultist Mobs in the Dark Commune for his character. Yep. And that's the pack bound as well. So he's been practicing it. He's been enjoying it. He's not sure what he's good and what he's bad against. So he's like, put me in anything, and I'll do well. I'll do my best. I like that attitude.
Yeah,
and
that's always a good. And he's very good at that.
He is
in general.
He's been playing for. He's forgotten more about 40K than a lot of people have learned to date. So when his instincts kick in, he'll kick ass. And we also picked up Adam, who is back into 40K after a 2-year hiatus, just out of nowhere, decided to play a game, then repurchased his sister's army, now has everything that you could build for sisters in any loadout, and is ready to go. Like
that is
he went from 0 to 100 in the span of like a month of this. So we're excited to have him back. I'm super excited because he's my Warhammer wife, the guy that I always travel with to tournaments, because like he lives down the street from me. Get to practice with him at least like 2 times a week. It's nice to have that back again. I missed that.
That's amazing.
I definitely
missed that. That's so good though.
It is. And so like I said, he's played the sisters. He's got the 30 Sacrosands. It's actually very similar to Harpster's list from WCW, except he swapped out Celestine and Junith for the Triumph, which I actually like. I like that a lot.
Yeah, the Triumph is like tech that you don't really see very often anymore, but it's very good.
Just getting automatic 6s, not to mention all the buffs that it hands out. Like automatic 6s on Miracle Dice is scary good. Like scary good. The amount of things you can do with that, oh, it's so annoying. And then just again, 30 Sacrosands. This is how I win primary. That's just how you do it. And then, of course, I am bringing Brood Brothers.
Ooh, I love Brood Brothers. I played against that. No, I played against Final Day.
Day. That's my other favorite one. Those are my 2 favorites, is Final Day and Brood Brothers.
Final Day is definitely really fun.
Yeah, I love both of those. Yeah. Brood Brothers has been my go-to for a couple months now. I've actually really, really enjoyed it. I took it to one tournament just because I needed to get out of my system. It's like, all right, this is probably a meme, but I got to play it at least one tournament just to get out of my system. It's not a meme. It's really good. It's actually really good.
I can imagine.
Yeah, it's just a matter of optimizing it. But I'm looking forward to it because I love the list is so much fun to play. I do so many Mortal Wounds. I think
it's that's your kind of list though. Just like do lots of damage without doing damage.
Yep.
I love it because it's funny how much Mortal Wounds can change a game.
Yeah.
You know, especially when someone is, for example, like making saves or whatever 4-ups. Like I had this experience yesterday where and this is just up your alley. Like every time you and I play, you just pull Mortal Wounds out of places that I never thought you could pull Mortal Wounds out of. You know, you'll be like, and guess what this does? And I'll look at you and be like, more Mortal Wounds? You're like, yes!
Yes, it does!
Yes, it does! I'm like, oh, great. This is just fantastic. But it's like I played against like an Imperial Knight player, and he's got like a little Warglaive or whatever. It's just making saves. I bring down to like 2 wounds, and I'm like, okay, this is why this unit is here. Grenade. And it's dead now. And he's like, ah, and I'm like, yes, mortal wound. So I can see the appeal.
Oh, I love it. It was when I the first tournament I took it to. I played against was it Death Guard. I played against Death Guard, and I got to like halfway through my shooting phase, roughly. I had killed 3 vehicles, and I'm like, all right, now I'm gonna start shooting. He's like, what? What do you mean? You haven't been shooting? He's like, no, no, these are my mortals I've been doing. I did my movement mortals, my beginning of shooting phase mortals, my beginning of phase mortals. My grenades and my No, I'm gonna start shooting now.
Yeah.
The amount of activations it has is actually scary too. Like it pulls damage out of nowhere when it just needs to do a bit more damage. Because it has a lot of MSU too, it does bore control well. It has so many flamers, so many lasers. Just I love it. So much fun to play. And then it just makes my shooting better because the guard make my shooting better. And it has one of the most useful but unused strats that I've ever come across in the game. I think I've only ever used the strat once, but the fact that I have access to it has changed games. And it's the only detachment I know of in the game that actually has access to a reactive move from reserve or deep strike within 12 inches.
Yeah, that seems like something that would be not secretly, but like amazingly amazing.
It is incredible, and it's not like I said. I've only ever used it once, but the amount of times that I have to remind a player, like, "Okay, remember, if you deep strike there, this guy can like reactive move. Like I know you're lining up like a shot here or something. He's just gonna move behind the wall because I have this strat. So like, oh shit, that's right. Okay, I won't do that then. But the amount of time, like I said, I've used it once, but the amount of times that it's stopped people from doing something they wanted to do because I could do it,
Right.
every game, like multiple times every game. It's really
That's awesome.
It's great, I mean, which is even better because it means I don't need to spend the CP on it. But it's worth it for them because they don't want to put something out in the open to do nothing, right?
Right.
But yeah, like that's the big thing that a lot of people don't realize with that detachment. There's not a lot of good strats in it, but
But the ones that you do have,
the ones that
though,
I do
seems like
have,
the kind of perfect thing. Because there's like when it comes to like a team event, right? I feel like that sort of build up or things that you put into your list becomes super important because it's not just about winning games,
mhm.
right? The pacing of the game and how you approach it are really important.
Yeah, absolutely, they're really important, and it means I have free CP to just keep hucking grenades and tank shocking for more mortals. Like that's how I like to play. If I don't need to spend CP on other things, then I
Yeah,
won't.
no, sounds about right.
And then I just spend 1 CP
The
to bring something back once a game from the guard, probably a 10-man casterkin. Because why not?
cast so and why not do something that is just broken like that?
Yeah, why
Hmm?
not? Well, I
Why
still
not?
have to roll a
Why not?
3 up. Come on, it's not for free, not automatic. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Then honestly, when I fail, I was like, yeah, that's fair. I probably shouldn't be able to bring them back.
Yeah,
But that's
I
our
could
team
see
comp
that.
for it. So
That's a really good team comp.
yeah, I'm actually happy about it. We'll see how we do. We're vibing. We're having fun. I made new pairing cards.
I saw those.
Yeah,
Those were really cool.
I'm so excited about these. So I basically made Gambit cards for everybody. Gambit cards is in like I've turned it into it doubles as the pairing cards and a Gambit deck for the team. So basically, if anybody at any time is either like down and out, they don't know what to do, they just want to do something but don't know what to do, we have our own Gambit deck
Yeah.
that they can pull from. And I have a card for every single player that is also for pairings. So the deck is based on whoever is at that event. So the 8 people that are at the event, they all have their own cards. They are all in that Gambit deck. And each one of them has their own strategy that you're supposed to follow. Like you, which you're not there, but I have your card here because you're not there.
I read it and I approve.
You should. So the Ridvin Scary Martinez Gambit is be a bitch and score. which is just hide to protect resources and score passively while losing as little resources as possible. And that is the gambit if you pull the Scary card. Be a bitch and score.
Yeah, you know what? I'll take it. That's definitely me.
It is exactly you. You know it is. And it fits you perfectly. But we have one for everybody. Want me to go over all of them? Because we got them here. Usually, I think people like hearing these things. I keep getting compliments when we make up our own shit like this about the Reaper's Wager we did and everything. So
that Reaper's Wager was so fun. I did post it as well for everybody to hang out too.
All right. Oh, and there's also like unique art on all of these too, so you can only see these if you're at one of our events, but we'll start bringing them to all our events. Okay. So Dave is going to see these too, so you're going to hear about them at a time. Actually, we're playing Ow Wow day 1 on
nice.
round
That's
3,
awesome.
so you guys will see these cards on day 1. All right, so we'll go through the rest of the Gambit cards we have here. So, mine, Dustin the Scrub Hushaw, the Gambit, we need a 20. Use every resource you have left to deny your opponent from scoring as many points as possible while still scoring your own, or get a 0 trying. Of course, there's always flavor text at the bottom of these, so it says you're either bringing home a 20-0 sweep or going down in legendary flames. Stop sandbagging. If you
that makes sense.
if you know me, I tend to sandbag, so that's fair. It's fair.
Yep. I think that is definitely a very fitting one for you, sir.
Yeah. Next one, Jeff POS Brown. Yeah, it's a piece of shit, by the way, in case you don't know. It's not a point of sale system. It is a piece of shit.
It is just what he does.
It's just what he does. And it's not serious. We love him. He's one of the nicest guys ever. So, yeah. His gambit is all gas, no brakes. Move forward, shoot, or charge with every unit that isn't currently scoring. Pressure every flank and force your opponent into mistakes. If you're not in their deployment zone, you're doing it wrong.
I would agree with this.
Yeah. Then we've got Adam Hauser House. His gambit is the Tilt Inducer. Find the objective or unit that your opponent is the most emotionally invested in and put all of your resources into taking or killing it. Do not stop until it's done. Nothing scores points faster than your opponent spiraling into salty chaos. The amount of times that I've played Adam...
Sweet, salty chaos.
The amount of times that I've played Adam when I've had like a new model or something, he's like, which one is the model that you newly painted? Would it make you sad if I killed it? I'm like, okay, this is your fucking gambit, you dick.
That is been there, done that. That
Yeah.
is for sure. I'd have definitely seen that. It's so funny because that's exactly what happens.
Oh yeah, for sure. Every single time. Next we have Christian Vibes Varusos. His gambit is just here for the vibes. Just chill. No need to expose your units or take random shots unless it's to score points directly. Don't do anything unless it directly scores you VP or protects a unit. You're here to win, but mostly you're here to vibe with the squad while doing it.
You know what? You know us so well, Dustin. This is like the best way that you could have done that. That's awesome.
If he plays against Fulgrim, he'd be very pissed, Davis. Yep. We'll make sure he pulls that card against you. That'd be funny. Because I saw you paint it. Looks nice too, by the way, Davis. I like that model. It's actually not bad with the fights first. It's a piece that I think Emperor's Children have been missing. They needed the fights first activation in there. Then we have Clarence Fantasy Lee. His gambit is, this isn't fantasy? Since you couldn't declare a flee reaction, do it in your movement phase. Never stay stuck in combat, always fall back, and make comments about how you should be able to make a flee reaction. He likes to play fantasy, in case you didn't catch that part of it.
Old World, thank you very much. What is this fantasy you speak?
Well, because he also plays like Song of Ice and Fire. He plays Age of Sigmar, I believe. So I'm just using fantasy as a general term.
Oh, fantasy games.
Yeah.
But that's my personal state of mind.
Yeah, it is. But that's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. And then we've got Richard Dickey Hughes. His gambit is still spinning. Like I said, he's been spinning a lot. So every time you second guess yourself any in-game decision, just 50-50 roll it on a 1d6 to decide what you do. When the gears in your brain won't stop turning, just pick a direction and pray it's forward.
That's funny. the that every time you could you could just like could you use this as like a coaching tool?
I think
You
we
know, like if
could.
somebody's getting like bummed out, you could like walk up to them and just put it on the table. Just be like,
Absolutely. Oh, the
like,
last one. I will. The last one is perfect for it. But first we have second last one is Diogo Yoshipita. His gambit is that's a green. Which if you've ever been on a team with Diogo, that's
oh,
obviously
that's
Scary
Yogo.
has, so he gets it.
That's Yogo. Yes, for sure. I'm fine. That's fine. I
That's a
win
green.
this.
That's a green. That's a green. That's a green.
That's hilarious.
Uh,
So freaking
for the
true.
rest of the game, if a secondary card is possible to score, no matter how unlikely or dangerous, you try to score it and don't discard it until scored.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
Confidence is a force multiplier. Delusion is an even bigger one. Is the fluff. And then, last but not least, we have Billy Backhurst. And if you could see the picture on this, you would understand how calming it is to pick this card. And this is the one that's like the perfect coaching tool because his gambit is tilt proof.
Ooh.
Just keep playing as you were. Everything is fine. You got this. Flavor text is you cannot be tilted. You cannot be broken. You are the quiet storm that ruins spreadsheets and expectations alike. And the picture of Billy on this is like he's just so calm and smiling at you. It's just like you can't help it. Like, oh, I feel better now. So it's just
So no triple Wraith Knight for him?
no, not this time. No,
Fair.
no,
Fair.
no. I don't know. These are actually pretty hard to make. Like I'm not gonna lie, they were pretty hard to make one for everybody. There's a couple obvious ones. Yours was pretty obvious. Jeff's was pretty obvious. Diogo's was pretty obvious. But even getting like the actual gambit itself is difficult. But I think it'll be fun. So if anybody ever needs, it could be used as a coaching tool. It could just be like, I'm stressed out, or if they're just not having fun in their game, like, all right, I want to do something stupid. Tell me what to do, then they'll draw one of those cards and see what they're supposed to do. Just kind of adds another
That's so
flavor,
funny.
adds another flavor to the team aspect because we're there for fun, right?
You know, I really liked it back in the day when was it the radioactive bugs? What are they called? What's the name of that team? Oh my goodness.
Atomic Death Squad.
Atomic Death Squad. There you go.
Not even. I mean, the only part of that you got right was they're radioactive, I guess.
There you go. That's right. It's because of the logo. I remember the
Mm.
logo more than the name, which is like the radioactive like symbol or
Yeah.
whatever. And I remember one time they decided to take something silly and they were like, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna take like just a bunch of silly units, right? And it was all just very silly units that
Well, they had like
were
all big things. I remember there was one can hammer that I
and then
saw.
they played, but what I'm saying is that they ended up playing a mini campaign in between
Yes.
themselves because
Yes.
they had like an 8-person team and they're like, okay, 4 of us are taking Imperial forces, 4 of us are taking non-Imperial forces, right?
Yep.
And
Yeah, they're competing with each
and
other. I think it was
they
like
had a little
Quebec
campaign.
or Ottawa. It
Yeah.
was Ottawa. No, one of the Red
Yeah,
Dragon
it was
event.
Ottawa. It was Ottawa teams.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the Ottawa team event. Yeah, I remember that. Like,
Yeah,
for sure.
that was
definitely.
that
Yeah.
was awesome. There was one can hammer that I saw one of them playing. I think it was actually it was Will Paul. I went to their table and both of them were just playing pure shooting armies, so they didn't even put terrain on the table. They're just shooting at each
That's
other, rolling
so
dice.
funny. Like, I love it. It's like to the point where like, who the hell cares if
Yeah,
there's terrain on this table?
exactly.
You and I are just gonna shoot the absolute like.
I just
poop
want
out
to
of
shoot
each
you.
other.
Do you just want to shoot me?
See,
Cool.
that's. I feel like it takes a certain amount of like cojones to do that. You know what I mean?
hmm
Like it's just.
It
you
takes
just,
a
like,
certain amount of you truly are there to enjoy the hobby, and you are the
just
champions
to, like
of the hobby.
have fun, and all you care is like to roll dice for 4 hours with friends, and
Yep.
then you go and get food.
Yep.
Right?
Which is often the
Yeah.
best part of the tournament is to go in to get food afterwards with your friends. It's great.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I love that. Yeah. So we have a we're doing pods. So they're actually doing it similar to the way WTC does it, where we have the
Yeah.
four. They're broken up into 4 pods, and they're done by tiers. based on like ITC points and everything. So because a lot of the stud team that is going to this one hasn't been going to a lot of events, like because you're not there, Eric's not there. Who else? Cody, I don't think has gone to too many either, but he's not there either. But yeah, a lot of the guys on our team that normally go to a lot of events aren't there, so our pod scoring went a little bit down. So we're the second tier in pod 4, but our pod is awesome. Like I'm actually very excited for our pod. We have Chimera, Ow Ow, and
amazing.
We're here for pretzels. Like I mean, that sounds like
beer and pretzels.
It's beer and pretzels.
We want pretzels.
But at first, when it was put in the pod, it said we're here for beer. It's like, wait, there's no team here for beer. There's a team here for pretzels. Are there two? Are there enough beer and pretzels for people? Like, I want some too. But yeah,
back in the day, they were physical pretzels.
Yes.
Right? Like, you could physically get pretzels from this event. Like usually Davis would have like the last game of the event would be like a silly game, not silly in that sense, but it would be like the game itself would be, oh yeah, you get you have like beer and pretzels in the last game, where you'd be like, okay, so every time you get a point for an objective, you have to eat a pretzel. You know, like just things like that. There was like bowls of pretzels.
You should do that again, Dave. I think that's a great idea. I love that idea.
Yeah, it was super fun. Like it was very, very fun when we got to do it back in the day. Now, of course, as team events, the thing is there's a fine line I find at events, going on a little tangent here, where like events nowadays are very much are we doing an event that's like a serious event?
Yeah.
Or are we doing an event that's like not?
Well, I think that's actually one of the things that most events have started to lean towards now. Most of them are leaning towards being a serious competitive event because I think that's what they think is the most popular thing right now, which they're not wrong, but that's only because most events are doing that, so that's the only people you really see going out to those events. And then you see some teams like the Atomic Death Squad that they go to the competitive events but not give a shit and just have fun anyway because that's what we want to do with our hobby anyway. And then you have things like the Mike Mudd that you'll see, oh, wait, there are actually people that are here just to have a lot of fun and play just fun games. So, I don't know. I would like to see some more events like that. I'm gonna use Mike Mudd as the example because it's a perfect example of it. Of events that are just like not taking themselves too seriously. Like fuck the golden tickets, we don't give a shit. Fuck winning. Like winning is all about just door prizes. Like first place, don't even get something great for it. Like I don't care. You get congrats, here's a medal or whatever. But focus more on the fun aspect of the tournament. Like team events are the most well suited for that because of already this group environment you're going with your friends on. It already has a better vibe than singles events. I'm not saying singles events don't have good vibes, but you know what I mean. Team events just have that different vibe because you're vibing with your friends as you're playing with other groups of friends, and you're pitting your friends against their friends. It's just a whole different feeling, and it really lends itself to the aspect of more fun driven instead of competitive driven events. It's not saying it's not going to be competitive, but you want to have like the silly aspect of it too.
I guess you have to, like, before you go to an event, it's always good to have sort of like that expectation.
Yes, exactly.
Right? Of like what would be really good and what wouldn't be.
Yeah. It's always good to have a mix of them. I mean, like I said, right now it's the safe bet to do competitive because that's what majority of people would seem are going to right now, and they always fill up. They always are like they're going to sell out. They're going to have great events there. They're all being well run, and I love seeing that. And I don't know, maybe we should try to have some of the other ones up against, try to get these fun ones. Or is that just not what people want? Maybe we should take a poll and actually feel. Because I feel like there's a lot of people, at least around here, if nothing else, that'd be more interested in going to one of like the less serious ones because they often feel like they get at least one round against a competitive team that is like, okay, we can't win. It's hard to have fun against them. Not that they're not nice people or anything. It's just like we're not able to even play the game because they're just shitting on us so hard. So they always have that one. Then they're fine after that. But I don't know. Even with BPO, because I remember BPO, like I said, it was always that fun event that I remember going to, and I'm like, all right, this is gonna be great. I'm gonna go again. And then we see like Red Dragon, Blunt Force, Team Quebec was oh shit, okay, maybe we need to try a bit harder this time, guys. But in the end, we're like, nah, fuck it. We'll bring good lists and everything. But
Right.
yeah, but we're going for fun. We're going to vibe. Yeah,
Yeah.
that I
That's
can
good.
get,
I'm
Dave.
glad that
It's
you are. So
hard to get
yeah.
people to travel for the less serious ones. I get that. It's because the less serious ones are the locals are the ones that go to that. So I get that.
For anybody who doesn't understand what's happening, is Dustin is responding to a question on our live stream.
Yeah, see the live stream. So
Every Thursday or every other Thursday. We're actually doing like an actual live stream for the podcast. So if you want to come hang out with us while we're doing the podcast, that would
yeah,
be great.
we
Come
usually
say
do
hi
it about
and chat with us.
10:15 Eastern Standard Time every other Thursday. So if you want to
Yeah,
go, if you want to know the
something like that.
exact time, just watch Meta Change beforehand because once I finish that show, then I pop onto this one. My Thursdays are very Warhammer heavy. A lot of the time, I play a game before I start Meta Chasers too.
Do you have
So
something after this you have to do as
yes,
well?
I do. I have I have so many things.
I love it.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, wouldn't do it if I didn't love doing it. So,
Yeah, it just keeps us
and
going.
at least doing it all in
So
one day means I have other days free that I don't have to do that.
that is also very true. Well, it seems like it's really like I'm very sad I'm not going, like, in the sense that I know like I will be jonesing pretty hard while everybody's having fun and posting pictures and stuff
Oh, we're
and
gonna send
telling
you so many
stories.
pictures.
Oh, how dare you torture me so. Um, but at the same time, I'm going to be at home doing absolutely nothing. And I'm going to be maybe painting some of my Black Templars that I've got painting on my paint desk, and getting ready to play some Crusade, and also testing all these weird Dark Eldar list concepts without having to worry about performing at a tournament level with them. So I'm
That's got to
having
be a bit relaxing.
oh, it's so much fun. Like, look, this year, as you know,
I know.
I've decided not to like be a player, or like not try to get on as a player for Team Canada. And I am kind of jonesing a little bit. I know that when it gets close to the event, I'll be like, damn it, yeah, I should be playing, sort of thing. But I'm gonna like take a deep breath and understand that, you know, we need to like let it open for the younglings to come in and like get some really good experience if we want to really make the Canadian national team a force to be reckoned with. We just need as many people involved as possible, right? So I cannot wait to coach the crew. But everybody's like, we're doing like a league and we're doing lots of games, and like there's the recruitment processes going on now. So like we're doing like qualification games and stuff like that as well, which is like a lot of stuff is going on with that. And at the same time that I do miss the fact, I don't miss the pressure.
Yeah, no, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
so anyway, so going to a fun event like that, I'll be sitting on my couch and like watching you have fun and play lots of games. And I will regale in the stories, but I will be doing it while painting and just like thinking of some stupid army list to run to just annoy everyone at my local game store
Yeah,
or
you,
something.
you do that well too. I don't know if there's a stream for it,
Annoy
so
people? How?
you
How
always
dare
you always annoy people. We've talked about this. You're
we
so damn
have?
happy. It just
Oh
irritates
man,
people.
it does
There's
irritate
no way
people.
you're actually that happy. Stop being so fucking happy. Stop smiling
Hey,
at
I
me.
got really salty the last couple of days that we had to film like this Necromunda campaign, because I was like, ugh, there was like some salty stuff that was happening in the game, and I was like, ugh. And I caught myself doing it. I was like, ugh, this feels weird.
Rare salty scary moment. We all get
Rare
salty,
salty
but
scary.
it happens to all of us. You can't help it
Anyway,
sometimes.
that was a tangent. We digress. Let's talk. Let's finish this up. We've got some like questions to talk about too
We got a
before
lot
we
of questions, so
organize
you
that.
know what? We got time.
Yeah.
Let's fucking go through all of them that were asked
So what we did,
because
what I did, I took the initiative and I was like, you know what we
how
need?
about you?
We need some questions for the podcast. So I went onto our Discord and I was like, hey, please post some questions if you want us to talk about stuff. And thank you so much to everybody in the Discord. You folks really showed up to the Q&A.
Yeah, no kidding. Like, that was
And
crazy.
yeah, it was great. And everybody's like putting questions down. So I'm gonna try and put a little reminder up every other week before we do a show, just to maybe encourage folks to put up some questions so we can like go through them and
No,
answer them and
no, this is great because
break some stuff down.
we've gotten at least like 2-3 a week generally, just like without prompting. But with how many that came up with a prompt, we're doing all of them. I think we can get through all these. Let's do this. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's start with
Get
the
it
first one. How is Ridvan so handsome? He's not. I'm not gonna completely. Okay, next one. Next one.
Hey, I moisturize.
Yeah.
Okay, that's just saying.
That's why you're so soft. That's not why you're so handsome. There's a difference.
Well, I guess my mother was a hamster and my father smelt to elderberries.
Also, just
Now
moisturizing
go
your
away.
hand doesn't count.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
I'm trying different methods.
Try glue, super glue. I've heard it works.
Super
a
glue.
little
Oh,
bit.
buddy.
So it's a different feeling.
about
It's a
it.
different feeling, man.
Is it? Man, I'm gonna have to try it out.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely try that out. All right, next up, what are your top 3 most degenerate codexes of all time, and why is it Chaos 3.5? That one was pretty bad, but most degenerate codexes of all time. Ynnari 7th edition.
Ynnari 7th edition was pretty degenerate. 3.5 was fine. Like, I've gone back to play against it since then. It's fine. It's not a big deal. Like,
my top
it's
3
okay.
My top 3 are Ynnari 7th edition, Light Harlequins.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna. Why? I don't want to pick another one from 7th. That feels wrong. We'll go with Iron Hands, and I think it was 8th.
Ooh, okay. That one was bullshit.
Yeah.
Okay. Was it the one with all the little planes and the
Yes.
flyers and stuff?
All the little planes.
Oh
First of all, they were not
my
little.
God. They were just terrible.
Yeah, it was awful.
I would not mind if that was just never something we had to deal with ever again.
Well, so far it's not. So those are my 3. What are your 3, Ridvan?
So mine is well, yeah, man, I want to say Inari as well. But
You can double
mine
up.
was mine was Decurion Necrons.
I was thinking about that one too. I really was.
Because honestly, that was like Decurion Necrons were just bad. Like they were just cancer. What else? We had.
I want to remind people we are picking so many. We can pick so many from 7th edition because 7th edition was just fucking.
7th edition was a great
You know what?
edition. It was just
the second half. The second half of 7th edition, it was just degenerate codexes. All right. So the entire second half of 7th edition, I'm putting that entire edition in there. First half of it was actually okay. Then when they started adding formations, it started getting fucking stupid.
Yep, agree.
Invisible Demons fans,
formations
exactly.
were bad.
Yeah, formations were bad.
So okay, if I really think about it, there was a Tau in there somewhere. I'm just gonna say Tau in general.
Somewhere, yeah, Tau somewhere, somewhere Tau.
Somewhere Tau, because it just is what it is. Yeah, somewhere Tau. What else was there? There was there was Chaos has had a few iterations where they've just been absolutely stupid.
Yeah,
But it's mainly been around when I guess in 6th edition. You know what? The 9 flying hive tyrants was kind of bullshit. That was 6th and 7th.
It was pretty degenerate. Was it the most? It's top 10, but not top 5. Sure. I don't think.
Fair. Okay, fair. I agree. Maybe not top 10. I mean, not top. Maybe not. Yeah, not top 5 for sure. Okay, fair enough. I guess what I'm thinking more about is specific combos that you could build within the books, not necessarily the books themselves. I will say though that 5th edition Grey Knights were pretty egregious.
That's true, actually. 5th edition Grey Knights were pretty bad.
5th edition Grey Knights was the Matt Ward Grey Knights, okay?
Yeah.
There is a reason Games Workshop doesn't put the name of the people that work on codexes anymore.
Yeah. And he's the reason.
And he's the reason. And that codex is the reason. when you have what were they? The frickin' what were they called? The Dread Knights. Dread Knights? The um oh my goodness.
What are you
Not
talking
Dread
about?
Knights.
The Dreadnoughts?
Yeah, Dread Knights. There were Dread Knights.
Yeah, they were Dread
The
Knights.
Dread Knights were frickin' what were they? They were like 10 times better than a Dreadnought for like half the cost or something. Or they had like toughness. They basically made Dread Knights not like not vehicles, so they
Yeah,
didn't
they were
have like an armor
monsters.
value or whatever, and they were monsters all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Like that stuff was wild. That was just wild.
Yeah, that was wild. Back in the day of armor facing and armor values. Ooh,
Yeah.
oh boy.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Back when Lance was just, you always counted as 12, so we can. Doesn't
Yeah.
matter if it's 14. All right. Next up, tips or activities where you would send the wife away for a night weekend in order to build some goodwill for your future gaming weekends. That depends on the wife and what she's into. Like for mine, it's just like spa days, spa weekends, manicure, pedicure. Actually, she doesn't like manicures, but pedicures, those kind of things, whatever they're into. She likes going to uh, the Butterfly Conservatory with my son. So just outings that they like to do. It depends on what your wife is into.
Yeah,
Find out
like
what
a
they like, and
spa
then
weekend
spa
works, you know what I
weekend seems
mean?
to be
Like
like the most common one. Like maybe just they want to go shopping in a city. I was going to say Toronto, but I know a lot of people from around the world are into this, so I can't just say the nearest shopping destination to me. So whatever the nearest shopping they like to shop, then those kind of trips, maybe like a hotel trip, so they can go to dinner with their friends, go to a show, like what kind of show they like, if they like to go to a play or movies or whatever that is. It's really, it depends on what your wife is into, right?
yeah,
So
and to be honest, I think one of the it's you have to I guess what helps a lot is to remember that, or what has helped me in the past to kind of make sure that I get like brownie points to be able to do tournaments for a year and not have to worry about it or whatever
yeah,
is the fact that I try to make make myself useful at like home and stuff too, you know?
yeah, to get things done around the house that need to be done. Yeah, that makes
Correct.
sense too. And make
Yeah,
sure if you spend the time with them beforehand, so they get that time with you. Still, that's another important thing.
correct.
So it's like,
Yeah,
okay, get here's the trick. Get them so sick of you that they want you to go away for the weekend.
that's right.
In a
So
good way.
sick of you,
In a
they're
good
just like, you
way.
know what, we're done.
In a good way.
You know what, we're done. Yeah, exactly. You know, if you can do that effectively, then you're golden.
Yeah,
You know, then you're really, you got it all set up.
exactly. See, you'll get there. Just gotta. If when in doubt, ask what they want.
One little bit at a time.
Yeah, one little bit at a time. How big is it? 9 inches. What was your favorite edition of 40K and why? Fifth edition, I think, was my favorite, despite the Grey
So
Knights
I've
bullshit.
had, yeah, the Grey Knight bullshit was definitely like something. But I will say that like the I will say that one of the coolest things about the the playing at mini wargaming as an example is I've had the opportunity to play against
Well,
a
you played all kinds of
variety of
different,
folks.
different
Correct. I've played
editions.
a whole bunch of different editions, and one of the coolest things about playing in the different editions was I now know exactly what edition I liked and which ones I didn't.
Yeah, which one did you
And
like?
I'll tell you, what, sorry? I'll
Which one
tell
did you
you
like?
right now that the one that I really, really liked was a combination of fourth and fifth.
Oh yeah, we talked about that. I get it. Yeah,
Yeah,
a combination of fourth and
it
fifth makes sense, but
it's
that's not a
it's
thing.
not fourth, it's not fifth. It's quite literally a combination of
Okay,
both.
I actually should clarify though, because fifth edition is by definitely my favorite nostalgic edition, but I really like 10th. Like I really like 10th. I do.
10th is
10th is
the
incredible.
best competitive edition they've done.
Yeah, 10th is incredible. If you want to talk
Yeah.
about my favorite, like fluffy, just nostalgic edition, it was fifth for sure.
Yeah.
But
10th is just like is the best game they've ever done to like get to a position where you go, we've got um like they're like, we have like you want to set up something with a friend or whatever. You're like, I want to like just run into somebody who's like a complete stranger or whatnot. Like just 10th edition is the best for that.
Yep, for sure. We
Yeah.
have the most universal rule set at this point. All right. Will the Ridvid imposter be at BPO? Unfortunately, no. He needs to get washed. Yeah, he needs to
What
get
did I ever
washed.
do to you, bro?
No, the imposter, not you. You need to get washed too, I'm sure. But I'm
What
talking
did
about the.
no, what did I ever do to you to create
You know exactly
the
what you did. You're
the
doing it
need for an
again.
imposter, my friend?
You are doing it again. You know exactly what you fucking did.
How dare you?
How do you feel
How
about
dare
competitive
you,
events
sir?
with list building restriction formats such as Highlander, no name character, or mono battle line? Those, I think, should be reserved for those kind of fun events. For competitive events, it's ridiculous. Competitive events should use the same rule set universally. That's the whole reason it would be competitive. Because if it's not, unless you're doing like a whole league of this specific way, then you're playing a different game, in my opinion.
That is
So
correct.
I think it's that to do it in a competitive event is stupid. To do it any other event is great. Let's change it up,
Yeah.
you know. But at competitive events, that's ridiculous. Sorry, 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 not sorry.
Sorry,
should
but not sorry for
should
sure.
rerolls and miracle dice effects flip dice to X? Should they count as modified dice, meaning they can't crit? That's a tough one because it really the whole point of it is to make the crits more viable instead of just hoping for the roll. But at the same time, this is a luck based game, so you just be hoping for like a 5 up or 6 up roll to get those crits? Or so like if you like use a faith dice and make it a 6, that's suddenly a sustain as well. Like that's tough.
Yeah, I guess that would make sense. It's definitely one of those things where you're trying to
It's a
um
balance thing. I'm
like
just like, but is it?
yeah, you do have to
But how many of
balance.
those are really? It maybe if it's because I think the main problem with that one is that when you're doing it with multiple dice, I think doing it with like one dice every roll isn't terrible to have that. But when you're doing it with like a bunch of them, which I think faith dice can do if you're getting the double mirror or the miracle dice can do if you're doing the double miracle from like the triumph.
Yeah.
Which again, I don't know. I think it's okay. It does feel bad sometimes, but the whole point of it is to make those like smaller units more efficient. So I think it's okay. I think I think they should do it. I think that's okay. But I get the argument to not do it, and I would be okay if they didn't as well. And this is coming from somebody that I can't do that. I play no army that has that in any respect at all.
Yeah, I guess it's one of those things that you just, end up having or you don't, right?
Well put.
Yeah.
You either have it or you
Because
don't. Yeah.
you either have it or you don't.
You either
I
suck
guess
or
I
you
guess,
don't suck.
I'm also very good at pointing out the obvious.
Yeah.
So you're welcome.
All right, and last but not least, may seem like a dumb question, never. But what if any games, activities, app, things you believe help keep or grow your Warhammer IQ? Anything that keeps your brain engaged. Something as simple as Sudoku does it, but if you're talking about actual in-game like Warhammer skills, this may seem odd, but any game that you play that is point based, like a strategy games that are point based, they're not just about like killing your opponent. Funny enough, if you play something like Hearthstone or Warpforge, the basically Hearthstone but Warhammer, because you need to worry about if you're going to board clear or do damage to get your opponent's warlord down to lower health. Those kind of things where you have to strategically think: is it better to kill or is it better to score? Those get you in a good mindset for Warhammer.
Yeah.
Actually, so like games like Civilization can be good for that too, on a
Yep.
grander scheme, obviously. But those kind of games where you have that thought process of do I kill or do I score? So it's as simple as that. It helps your Warhammer IQ, I think. And there are a lot of games
Yeah,
that do that.
definitely. Yeah.
Activities like same thing,
Yeah,
Sudoku.
those games, like I think that it's one of those things that like you have like a good change of pace or a good like um like the game itself, like the dynamic of the game works really well for that, you know?
Yeah, we need the dynamic. I think the main dynamic is that it doesn't have to necessarily always be between killing and scoring, but like two different concepts of a way to win a game that you have to decide between which one is better to win or do better this turn. Turn-based obviously is
Yeah.
better too because that's the critical thinking you have with it. Not real-time strategy because that makes your brain have to think too quick and then you're going to start making mistakes. So we don't need to do that in Warhammer. We have the time. So turn-based stuff is better for it. Anything that is turn-based, which the mobile games for card games are honestly a very good because the deck building process is also like list building. You have to worry about the meta. So any kind of card game, Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic, like Warpforge, Hearthstone, I fuck I know more. I know I'm not going to say Pokemon, but I guess Pokemon too. But any card game can basically do the same kind of thing when you're building your deck and you're playing those games. I think those are probably the best ones to do because it has both the aspect of quote unquote list building and then the strategy of turn by turn. How are you going to score? How are you going to win? So that's what I think. I like those games. I play a lot of them.
Yeah.
But that's
Oh,
all
that makes
the
sense.
questions. We got through them all. We did it.
Those are
So
great. That was some
thank
great
you.
questions. Thank
Those
you
were
so
really
much
good. Thank you,
for
everybody.
hanging out. Yeah, that was fantastic. That was very, very good.
So that
I really,
means
really enjoyed that question.
we're done. That's the episode.
Oh, amazing. Look at that. Well, thanks a lot for hanging out, everybody. I really appreciate you coming to chill. Make sure that you remember that we have this show every Thursday. Every other Thursday, we do hang out and do the show. So thanks a lot for chilling with us. It means a lot. So thank you for coming out. Of course, we've got the Patreon page if you have any questions. We come on. We really appreciate all your support. And you can always find us on Facebook and on the Discord as well. Good luck, by the way, Dustin, to you and the crew.
Thank
Really
you.
appreciate you hanging out with us, like going and having fun there. So that
Yeah,
would mean a
having
lot
fun
to get that done. So thank you.
in your stead.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, no problem.
Oh,
I'll always do that.
I'm gonna try my best, my friend. Gonna try my best.
Okay, you do that.
Yeah. It is one of those things where we try and make something happen.
Hopefully, make it happen then.
Yeah. What story?
I'm still waiting for it. Still.
Well, nailed it.
That was pathetic. Try it again.
Well, nailed it.
Better.
Yeah.
Radioactive bugs.
Radioactive